trucks to parachute planes. Let's see where we drift to. Buffers in reverse, roadsides wrecked. It's CK gaming time. Time. Driving trains, trucks to parachute planes. Let's see where we drift to. Buffers in reverse, roadsides wrecked. It's CK gaming time. Time. Oh yes, CK gaming. Here we go. Driving trains, gaining the stations, forgetting to stop. Driving through red lights, bad buffer stops. It's time for CK Sim Gaming. CK Sim Gaming. Time. CK Sim Gaming. Driving through stations, forgetting to stop. Driving through red lights, bad buffer stops. It's time for CK Sim Gaming.
Good morning everyone, welcome to another stream back into Microsoft, no actually, not into Microsoft, into Train Simulator Classic 2024, terrible, can't even remember what game I'm playing. Yeah, anyway, gonna be playing a couple of scenarios today and also trying to beat an egg. Yes, beating an egg, let's see how I'll get on with that. First we'll be doing though is Wherry lines as a little workshop scenario that I picked up the other day with a steam engine in it. Yes, don't worry everybody, that's the nearest you'll get to see me with a steam engine is doing a scenario with one in. Well, that doesn't make sense anyway, but all will become clear in a minute. But yeah, anyway, and after that it'll be a bit of buffer puffer, carrying on with those through the South London area, and then the beaten egg scenario, which will be, I think, with a Class 150. I just have to remember which Class 150 scenario it was. I think it was on Bristol somewhere. Anyway, we'll hopefully find out which one it was and can do it. A busy schedule, well, not really, but we'll see how it goes. It's you know, not too bad. Right, anyway, let's get over to the simulator, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully this is going to come up. See what I can make a mess of today. Anything coming up on the screen? Yeah, I've probably done something wrong again. You know what I'm like, I'm such a noob. Hang on a minute. CK the noob, right. Hopefully you'll get something come up in a minute. See, I can't even do a stream properly. And oh, there we go. Right, here we are. Right, so it's on the Wherry lines, which is an AP route. This is the line that goes from Norwich to Great Yarmouth from Lowestoft. It's workshop scenario by Not Silent. It's Not Silent 80. It's called Assist a Failed Steam Special. Take a stricken steam special to Lowestoft and then run around it and then take it to Norwich. It's about an hour. As you can see, it's got lots of red bits on it, so I guess that means that it's supposed to be quite difficult, which for me will probably mean chaos. Yeah, it's set in the summer at 12 o'clock, so we'll see how that gets on. So that's the first scenario I'm going to be doing today. See how we get on. See what chaos there will be. As I said, this is probably the nearest you'll get to see me with a steam engine in a scenario. It's when I actually have to tow one. Yeah, yeah. Right, here we go. Inside your cab, look for the highlighted red DRA button and press it. Now reverse to lower soft platform 4. Press Q or press the AWS button in the cab. If you experience any AWS warnings, oh yeah, okay, press 2. Make sure your last carriage is inside the ground signal at the end of the platform and do this slowly. Well, do something slowly. We're having a laugh. Cheating. Yeah, well, it's steam engine, look. See, I don't know what steam engine it is though. It's 44830, whatever that is. It hasn't got a nameplate on it. And I don't know if it was one of the trains that you were driving, Egbert, that failed. I doubt it. It's probably one of mine. I'm probably pulling my own train here. Right, anyway. Oh, look. Look at that. There's some people admiring the view. Yeah. I don't know. I was about to say, wonder what he was sitting on, but then I realised, right. And we got a speedboat over here as well. It looks like this dress is quite fashionable, and it seems like everyone's wearing it. A green black 5. Thank you, Egbert. We also have some shops over here. We have Machine AM, Just Pie, Wolfie Records. We have an estate agent. We have a pub. What else we got? We got a couple of Wolfie Records. Not many charity shops along here, is there? It's not very realistic, I don't think. I think there should have been a whole row of charity shops there. Oh, and some people have gathered over here as well in the other street to have a look. Yeah, that's cool. Right, that's a street I'd love to go down. What, Sesame Street? Right, anyway, let's get going. Right, so I've got to turn that off and put the instrument lights on. We've got this horrible view again. Right, backwards. Am I going backwards? I am, aren't I? Right, let's get going then. Oh, look at that! Even the this is more like a buffer puffer. This is what my idea of a buffer puffer is. You've got the train connected with buffers and it's puffering. Right. See, would that happen if the train had failed and this would be doing this? But I don't know. I don't think it would be, would it? But I guess it's just how it is. It's like a tug of war. Yeah. Thing is, I can't put the headlights on here either, so I'll just have to go with it. Right, so apparently we've got to go into Lowestoft, which is about 1 mile away. We'll see how that goes. Let me know if the train noises are a bit too loud or anything like that. I don't want it to be impacting on anything. So this is a bit of the Wherry lines you don't normally get to see, because this is kind of off a junction you normally don't go down. Hence why the scenery is a bit basic, I think. 2D trees and everything. Do we get a carriage view? We do, look. That'll be where Katie will be sitting, no doubt. Right. Now, I played this scenario for a few minutes yesterday just to test it out to make sure everything was right, and I derailed the train, so let's hope that I don't do it today. I literally kissed the buffers at Lowestoft and the steam engine sort of derailed itself, so I'm hoping that won't happen. I'm going to be a bit more careful today. You know, I like to sometimes just play a scenario before I stream it in case it says there's things missing. So, yeah, anyway. Seems alright so far. I mean, it was more of a case I wanted to see what the buffers were like at Lowestoft, to be honest, to see if they were CK compatible, but I think they weren't. Right, we've got a yellow semaphore coming up. That means that probably means there'll be a red coming up after. Oh, there's a train waiting for me. It's probably while I was browsing around the shops. Look, I'm already making someone else late already. More of those cotton wheels over there, look. Look how big they are compared to a car. Right. Sounds like a... I think it was... Irascible said that they sound a bit like a vacuum cleaner. You only just gotten a notif. Well, we've only been streaming for about, I don't know, 5 minutes if that. I won't worry, you haven't really missed a lot. I've literally just taken the steam engine to Lowestoft, and then I've got to then take it back. 14 minutes. Yeah, but the first 5 minutes are literally like the intro, the countdown before the stream started. So you could say probably, if it's 14 minutes then maybe 9 minutes I've been streaming, although the first 2 or 3 minutes I was just babbling. So I think, as I said, there's probably only been about 5 minutes of me actually driving. If you break it down like that, break it down, it's not really too long. I mean, I spent 5 minutes just looking at the shops. There was a row of shops. I spent 5 minutes looking at shops. So actual scenario playing's hardly been anything. Right, we're just coming in here now. Right, now, as I said to Egbert, I've got to do better than I did yesterday, because I hit a buffer here and the train derailed yesterday, so I've got to get a bit further today than I did yesterday. So yeah, you can get this scenario on the workshop as well, and this uses the 37 from the Steam version of Wherry line. So if you've got that, you might be able to give this one a try yourself, Egbert. You like this route? Yes, it's quite nice. It's all right for a chill, you know. It's very flat, but it's nice just to have a chill along. You accidentally bought both versions. Well, I ended up getting both versions as well, Katie. I got the Steam version when it was on sale really cheap last year, because there were so many scenarios that are on Workshop that use these assets from the Steam version that it was annoying, because I had to keep swapping stuff over. And for example, and then Steam Fan Man and Irascible Sap, they made a scenario that used assets from the Steam version, and it was a pain, because I had to then try and find all the assets in different places, so it was a lot. So I thought, as it was really cheap, I thought it was just worth it getting it, just for the sake of like being able to play loads of scenarios on Workshop if I want to, without having to keep swapping stuff over. I think it was like about I think it was only like a £5, I think, in the sale. I thought, I'll get it, just to save on all the hassle. This is 37's from the Steam version on Workshop. So if I hadn't have got the Steam version, I'd have had to have gone into TS Tools and swapped the trains around, including the 170s, because there's a 170 you get in the Steam version that you don't get in the AP one, but then the AP one has lots of other things as well. So it's horses of courses. Plus the AP version's now version 2, whereas the version on Steam is still version 1. But as the track layout doesn't change, in version 2, then you can upgrade to version 2 of the Wherry lines, and all the scenarios will still work. Forward to Lowestoft Pilot Road, making sure your last carriage is at the end of the siding, and then uncouple. Okay. Right, forward to... Right, let's have a look on here then. So we got to go to... Where was it? Lowestoft Pilot Road. Where's that? Doesn't really show me where it is. Where is it? Oh, it's there. Right, okay. Is it guiding? Is it taking me there? I think it is, isn't it? Right, okay. Let's change cabs a minute. Oh look, I can drive a steam engine. Don't think they're supposed to do that, is it? Well, anyway. You need to install this or replace it. What do you mean, Egbert? Oh, you've got the Steam version, haven't you? Yeah. The AP version, I remember now, you said. Alright. Yeah, so I mean, what would happen if you wanted to play this scenario? You would have to change this over for the AP version of this, which is in the Settle Carlisle folder, I think. Well, I don't know about it, but I mean that's one reason why I'm playing it, because sometimes people that then don't have to worry about playing the scenario, because they can just watch me mess it up instead. I want to go backwards, don't I? Right. I think that's it. I don't think you'd actually be taking everybody with you from the sidings, though, would you? That's the thing. Right. Let's get going. I bet there's all time limits on this, and as usual. Well, I think I've got to do... Oh, yeah. Why isn't this not working now? Is it because I accidentally went in the other cab? This isn't working. Why is it not working? What have I done? Hang on a minute. Is it because I went into the cab of the steam engine, I wonder? And of course, it's done something in the cab of the steam engine. I wonder if it's because did it put the brakes on? I wonder. I knew I was going to mess this up. Shouldn't matter. Hang on a minute. Right, let's release the train brake on the steam engine because it's set to 45%. Right, let's see if I can move. Oh, that's 45% on there now. Strange. That's weird. Hang on. Let's just go back in here. There's obviously something not working right. Let me go back to the other cab. Right, let's just do it on here, see if I can move the train with this one. Oh, look at that. It's a lot easier when I'm in this cab. Or am I not? Hang on a minute. Yeah, look, it must be to do with the cab then, because in this cab it's working fine. Maybe there's like a weird bug that that if it's connected to the steam engine, then it like that might have been why the scenario was made like that. Oh no, hang on a minute. What am I doing? Tab, Control Tab. Oh well, I'm gonna go for a red. Well, we'll see what happens. Not a lot. Oh, there's another train coming. This is not good. Maybe that's why it was a red. Oh, it's Concrete Bob. Ground signal was down. Oh, was it? I wasn't looking at the ground signal. Where was the ground signal? Oh, there. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Egbert. It's nice to know that, you know, I've got experts in chat that can guide me. Oh, anyway. This is like a buffer puffer tour, isn't it? You're going to sidings that normally you wouldn't do as a passenger. But anyway. How long did it say this scenario was going to take? An hour, wouldn't it? Well, do you reckon it's going to take me an hour and a half? Still, the train wants to slow down, so it'd be good when I actually disconnect from this train. Oh, I think I should stop here, I think, because I've got to have enough space to get around. Right, and then apparently what I've got to do here is I've got to uncouple the train. Having uncoupled, reverse light engine to lower stuff number 1 siding just beyond your ground signal. Okay, right. And we'll do that then. It should be a little bit easier now. Okay, now we're going to head back to the ground signal. There we go. Right, just beyond it. And then I think we've got to then go straight ahead and around, and then we'll be ready to go again. Look at that, there's 2 405 trains. I'm sure that one up there's 405 as well. Chasing a yellow one. Yeah. He must buy Rail Rover tickets or something, because he can just travel around the country willy-nilly on the train, because otherwise it would cost a fortune. Must do a hell of a lot of planning for his videos as well, to know where everything is at a certain time. Forward, ground signal changes as you start to move into stop at the end. Right, okay. Dense fog here. Bright sunshine here must mean it's going to snow later. I don't know what the temperatures are outside at the minute. Is it cold enough to snow? Hey Phil, how you doing? Dense fog here. Oh, it's blue skies where I am. It's cold. Well, I don't know if it's cold, but I don't know. But right, anyway, let's go around here. Should put the headlights on, really, shouldn't I? You know, I'm very naughty. So we're just on the Wherry lines at the minute, Phil. I'm just playing a workshop scenario where we have to take this failed steam engine train back to Norwich. So I had to tow it into Lowestoft and then gonna just go around to the front of the train and then hook up and then take it onwards somewhere. I think I have to reverse back to the station, don't I? Because I think I dropped everyone off, didn't I? I think. I don't know. You think you would have done, but... Reception Road. Well, that's where I am, isn't it? Hang on. Well, I've just gone past it. Yeah, well, near enough. Well, I've still got to go forward, though. Anyway, we'll see what it tells me to do next. Move forward to just beyond the point to allow reversing onto the back of your carriage. Change the points before reversing. Couple up before below 3 miles an hour. Well, I think that'll be possible, won't it? Let's play a centre on me. Right, so I'm here, so that's good. So that's all fine. Right. I think I can just go forward then. And I just have to do a bit of reversing. But this is legit reversing for a change instead of non-legit. Right, so let's get out here. So, I want to change these points here, don't I? Let's do that. Okay, and let's do some reversing now. Right. It says less than 3 miles per hour. Well, I'll try. Can't promise anything. Yeah, I know I haven't got the headlights on at the front. I know. Before anyone writes in and complains. To CK Sim Gaming, PO Box Wibble. You can't write. Never mind. You can always use Chat GPT, Egbert. There we are then. Right, let's couple that up. If I can. Okay. Why can't I couple you up? Normally it should be a couple thing here. Hang on a minute, I have to do it in here then, will I? I can find it. There we go. Right. Having coupled up forward to Norwich, you have signal clearance to exit the yard and go on the main line. Reminder for all AWS warnings, press Q on the cab, but AWS button, not the HUD. So I think what it's just trying to say that it don't work. So if you're having the AWS thing come up on here and you're pressing it, nothing will happen. I think that's what it means. But I always press Q anyway, so it doesn't make no difference to me. Right, let's change that then. I think we should be ready to go now then, shouldn't we? Right, we're going to go to Wensum Curve. I wonder if we got to wait for that other train to come through. Why does that sound like the brakes are on? Then again, it's quite a heavy train though as well. You got to, yeah. Look, the train's just look. There's brakes on somewhere. How do I turn off the brakes on that train? Oh dear, there's something not right here. It's almost like the steam engine brakes are on as well. Yeah, but this is what I said, Egbert. So. How would I... No, they seem alright. Because I think this affects the... or the coupling mode. Oh, I don't know. Hang on a minute. Let's go back. Let's go back to this. Oh, I don't need brakes. I can just use the train. Right. I don't know how to get around that, to be honest. How am I going to get around that? It's very strange, isn't it? I think this probably... I don't think that steam engine should be a... It should be a dead train, I think. Is there a handbrake on here anywhere? Does this train have a handbrake? I'm just wondering if the handbrake is on the train. That's the brake for that. Not the upper end. Oh, you mean of the 37? No, because it's basic. It should be a bit different. But I'll have a look though. Yeah, it's the same settings. So just check. That's off. That's off. It always stays on 15 on these. Very strange. Not unless I have to drive this backwards. What's this? Loco brake. Reverser, train brake, 15%. Well, that's fine. I'm just wondering if this train's got a handbrake though, because is the handbrake on it? I don't know where the handbrake will be though, if it's got one. That's reverser. Firebox doors. Where would the handbrake be, if there was one? What's that? Whistle. Oh. You can tell how much I know about steam engines, right? Sander. Oh, right, okay. Don't know them. Let's just try this. I want to see what it's like in this cab. No, it's probably just some incompatibility thing, Egbert, I think. Well, I haven't got the handbrake on here, have I? I don't think this one does have an handbrake. Parking brake wheel. Right, let's go back to the other end. I mean, it accelerates alright, it's just as soon as you put the brakes on, it's like... Oh well, I'll just have to go along with it and then see what happens. It seems to be alright accelerating, it's just when it's stopping it goes a bit weird. Might just be because of the weight, you know. Maybe it's just the weight. I don't know. It's quite. I mean, it is quite a heavy train, isn't it? So we'll just go with it. And then I'll just use the train to brake. Then I don't have to use the... Yeah. It's not like it's stopping it from moving. I mean, if it was that bad, the brakes wouldn't even move at all. Oh yeah, to see if the... oh, I get what you mean, Egbert. That's a good idea. No, all the handbrakes are off along here. So there's no parking brakes on these trains, so... Yeah, everything's off. I think it's just the fact that it's quite a heavy train, I think. Maybe. You know, and obviously this train's... It's probably not very compatible with one another. They probably don't talk to each other in the game very well. I mean, on the AP37, because this is the Wherry Line's 37, so it's based on the Settle to Carlisle 37, just with different sounds. See, on the AP37 itself, you'd have like the panel where you can change to like vacuum brakes and stuff, so it'd probably work better on that one. But I mean, it's not stopping the train from moving. It's just that when you come off the throttle, it obviously just slows down quite quick. So we'll just go with it. Anyway, we've got 20 miles. We got 60 miles to do. I mean, as I said, this is pretty heavy for a 37 to drag, because that steam loco is pretty heavy. About what, 90 to 100 tons probably, or more. That and then the coaches, so yeah, it's quite heavy for 37. I can't hear any squeaking brakes either. I think in the scenario, I think this should have been made so that it was a dead loco, I think, and then obviously it doesn't have no effect on anything. That could have been why the scenario was taking an hour as well, if it had been done, because, you know... Oh, for a minute I thought it was gonna... Police are waiting. How long have I been playing? Oh, I don't know how long I've been playing the scenario for, so... I hate it when it does that. About 30 minutes, wow. Well, at 20 miles an hour, it's going to take a while. I did say, didn't I, that it's probably... I mean, at this rate, it's going to take an hour to do 20 miles, isn't it? So, yeah. I hate it when it does that. Why does it do that? It's so horrible. Why is he even putting stuff in it? Stupid. Right. I'm just going to try something a minute. We'll do it in the next station. I feel like uncoupling this. And then you suddenly see the speed shoot up. This is like going on a heritage line, this isn't it? Heritage line simulator. Wherry Lines has been closed and has now been taken over by a heritage company. Take this class 37 to Norwich. Please make sure you only travel at 20 miles an hour at all times. Anyway. Anyway, we'll wait for the next station and then I'm just going to try what happens when... I mean, I think I tried this anyway, didn't I, when I had this coupled up. I'm just seeing if I'm in this cab, the behaviour is different. Did I take the brake off? Brake off what? Hello, Neko, how are you? If you mean the steam engine, yes. whatever this is doing on here, the steam engine also has the same things. And if you mean like handbrake, yes, all the brakes are off, as you can see all the way along, end to end, all the brakes are off as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're pulling this kettle. But at the beginning of the scenario, before I uncoupled it, it seemed to behave quite well. But ever since I because my brake, yeah, the brake on the 37 always defaults to 37. It's you move it to 0 and then it resets back to 15 on the 37s. It always does that. It's got like a spring thing on it, so you put it to 0, and 0 is basically like the, oh, what do they call it? And then when it goes, even though the HUD registers at 15, it's actually on the running. So this is running, that's release, and then it goes back to running again. So, and then in the HUD it just shows it as 15%, but it always does it on the 37s that you get. So the brake's not actually on, but it's just because it's. I get what you mean though, because you saw it's 15, you think it's running. But yeah, train brake, 15% release. You see, just. But yeah, anyway. I think it's just where the train isn't compatible, and I think, to be honest, I think the person that made the scenario should have maybe had that set as a dead loco, because then it obviously hasn't got no impact on anything. But maybe then, I don't know, but it's all fun anyway, so. The thing is though, at the beginning, when I take it the other way, it seemed to wonder if they tested it. I don't know. It could have been. This is quite an old scenario as well, so it could have been something that a sim update broke as well, though, Neko. Because that loco, I don't think. I think this might be the Kuju Black 8, which is the. Is it? Not Black 5. Yeah, Black 5 or whatever it is. I think this is quite old anyway, so yeah. Maybe it's just odd behaviour when you have it coupled up. You think they would have tested it though, but could have been something that just broke over time. Or it could just be another thing that's weird. Thing is, as soon as I come off the throttle, you see, I slow down really quick. But then again, I just think with this sort of weight, then obviously you would kind of slow down a lot, wouldn't you, if you were dragging something that's this heavy? But I don't know. Red one behind driver. Oh, sorry Phil, I didn't only just seen that. Do you mean the handbrake? There's a handbrake. Yeah. Well, the handbrake's not on anyway, according to that, so. It might just be because the AP one might not be because this isn't the AP37 as in the one they did. This was like the Wherry Lines version, which was like the Settle to Carlisle one. And that might only work for air brakes only, I don't know. So maybe it's just because it's vacuum brakes, it's not compatible with that note, if you know what I mean. I don't know. But anyway, it's all fun. Anyway, I think there's a station coming up, so I think we'll stop there. So I've just got another idea I want to try. And that's to go to the other cab and then just drive it from the other cab of the 37 and see how that behaves. Because I've been having issues with this scenario where depending on which cab you're driving in also dictates how the train behaves, so... Right, what station is this? This is Somerton, I think. Right, so you can see we're rolling back a little bit, so I'm just going to turn it off. Right, so this is all off. And I'm going to go to the other cab. See, everything's off in here as well, so... Right, and then I'm going to put it on to full reverse, because that's what we'll be doing, we'll be going backwards. And then we'll see what it accelerates like now. See, like here, see, it's like different behaviour in this cab, you see. You see, different, the way it behaves in this cab is different. Right, let's see what speed we can get out of this. Right, we got 20 before. Yeah, the train keeps cutting out because it's just over thinging. And this is very basic, so it hasn't got a lot of things on it that you can do, switches and stuff. So yeah, you can see, like, from this cab, driving this train is worse than driving it from the other cab. The way it behaves. Just seeing if there's anything here that you can click on. See, there's the handbrake now. So that works. It's weird, isn't it? It's very strange. Well, it's not strange, I suppose it's just quirky. See, I don't think this is supposed to be on, you know. Oh yeah, the red handle, yeah, I thought it was that, but it doesn't actually do anything though still. So, I wonder if it'll know if I've detached the train or not. Right. Try now. Oh. We're not driving it, Dave. We're not driving the steamer. We're not driving it. Although, oh gosh. Hang on. What's going on? Help! Why is it not doing anything? Oh no! Stop! 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 Oh dear. Just stop. Hello, Carter. Yeah, everything's kind of gone a bit messed up, but anyway. Oh dear. Dear. Right, hang on a minute. Why is this not working now? It not even wants to work the train anymore. Oh dear. I think I've broken it. CK's broken the train. Oh dear. Nothing new there then, yes. Exactly. Nothing new here. Right. Let's see what happens now. It's my fault. Shouldn't have fiddled. Shouldn't have fiddled around. Oh, it says the engine's off. Hang on a minute. How come the engine's off? How does that work? Hang on. It says the engine's off. Anyway, it's probably the way it's scripted or something. Well, never mind. I'll have to abandon this one, I think, and then I'll have to try this one another day. See if I can get it working again. Yeah, it still says engine off at the top. Yeah. Maybe I broke it. Right. Nothing new there. Right, anyway, let's go back to this. Anyway, yeah. Well, I think this scenario is a bit messed up now, I think. Oh dear. Right. Don't ask me for a job. Well, I wasn't going to ask you one for one anyway. Have we actually coupled up to that? Have we actually coupled up to this one? Oh, we have, I think. There we go. Right. Right. Can I can I drive it like this? Does this work? Oh wow! Look, I can drive this. We might be all right. We might be all right. I think I've got this. I think we might have this now. Right. Let's put this into reverse. We might be able to finish this scenario somehow. Maybe. Here we go. Right, I think we've done it. Yeah, I don't think I was supposed to have done that on the scenario, but anyway. That was a little bit of a twist there. You weren't expecting this, were you? This is like a Thomas the Tank Engine episode. Oh dear. Oh, oh. Wow, look at it. It's a lot better now. Look at it. It's like a rocket. Yes, I know the headlight's not on the thing, but oh dear. Well, it works. Although I don't know why there's always this weird pausing. Oh, the horn doesn't work. Oh dear. Oh, hang on a minute. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. What have I done? Oh, well, anyway, it's kind of working. Are we going to Hogwarts? No, nothing like that. It's a scenario that I kind of messed up, and I've kind of yeah. It's gone a little bit wrong, but all good. Isn't there a game like this where you build a roller coaster? Well, I think if you want to, in the route editor, you can make a route that looks a bit like a roller coaster. In the route creator, if you want to, but most people don't kind of do stuff like this in Train Sim. I think there might be another sim that you can do things like that in, but not on this one. Like I say, not normal. I mean, you can, but yeah. Right, hang on a minute. Just need to work out what I'm doing here, which isn't easy. Right, let's put that into there. And I wanna. Right, we'll leave that on here, and then I'll go to here, and then we'll then put this to forward, and then just want to see what happens if I can stop here a minute, and then I can go back to the 37 cab, see if the 37 works again. How do I get it neutralised? No flying game today. I don't always stream it every day. Can always watch some VODs back if you want some of my earlier flights. Yeah, this is not working anymore. Okay, so I have to go back to the this one, I think. Right, anyway, we're off and running again. Right, so we're going to come up to a 20 in a minute. I don't like these pauses. I don't know what that's about. It keeps pausing every now and again. It's a nice little bridge up here. I like going over. Is there anybody out sitting around enjoying the view? job this isn't a career scenario. God knows how many points I'd be minus now. I might swap this loco actually with the AP-37 and see how that reacts in the scenario. So I might do this scenario another day, but with a different loco on as part of the scenario, just to see if that changes anything. This is Reedham, isn't it? I think. Yeah. Right, we should be able to go up to 60 in a minute. The quietest 37 ever. You mean the 37, Tepic? Just re-downloaded now. I've added a lot of commercial stuff that I need. I can't download the old version either, it seems. I know there's two versions now. A version 1 and a version 2. Did you get version 2? Okay. Well, which version did you have? Did you have the original or version 2? You bought on release 1, okay. And what do you mean by you need more extra commercial stuff? Type in the Discord about it. I know over time they update scenarios so that sometimes if they bring out new things, they have like more requirements for the scenarios, but they tend to focus on version 2 now, so. But with version 1, the way it works is if you buy it from Steam, then all the assets from other routes are self-contained. If you get it from AP, there's like you've got to have GEML installed, and you've got to have Somerset or Carlisle, I think, because it uses assets from those routes. It's always been like that. So I don't know if it's just where you haven't got something installed, like a requirement for a route. You bought it from AP and had everything. Yeah, but what I mean is you've just done a reinstall though, haven't you? So maybe some of the routes and that it's looking for, it doesn't have. If you know what I mean. Because maybe when you had it originally and you installed it, you had everything installed, but maybe it's looking for things you don't have installed. Yeah, I hitched up to it. I hitched up to something, Egbert. I guess you weren't here. I reversed into that 170, and then I kind of got it working. Oh, it now needs their 37 pack. Before it just needed the enhancement pack. Have you got the older installer? Have you got the original installers from ages ago, Tepic? Because then, like with Western Main Lines, if you did, you could reinstall and copy the scenarios over. I know, but this is what AP does over time, you know, like they bring out things and then they update things. But and I've brought this up before, because if you don't have like the old installers and you don't back them up, the only other thing you could do though, Tepic, is you could write him an email and explain, and then he might be able to give you the scenarios of them pre when he changed it. Are you looking at the version 2 product page or the version 1 product page? Because I know on version 2 you needed to have the AP37. I just can't remember if the version 1 you needed it or not. The only way you're going to know for sure is if you load it up and then go into the menu, and then it will have the 37 listed as in a scenario you can drive. I know when they brought out for Volume 2, the new one, a lot of the scenarios had been redone to be with the 37 AP that they released, but I can't remember with V1 he did that or not. And it could be that the V1 product page has been updated. I can't actually see it myself, so I can't really say either or what. I'm just literally going as you're typing stuff, so. But one thing's for sure, if you've installed it and then go into a scenario and see if it shows the 37. If it doesn't, then you know it's the new one it needs, because it will come up blank, like a blank thumbnail if you don't have it. I don't think so. There isn't a V1 product page. Okay, yeah, because that might be. So because you're looking at the V2, I think for V2 they used to have the V2. They added the 37. So I'm wondering if, because you're looking at the V2 product page and you're seeing that it needs a new 37, because I think when you install your version from the product page, it still should be using the one that it had from before. You'll be able to know, because if you install it, look at the manual, and then the manual will go through it, and then it will have everything linked to like the original one, which is the same one that I'm driving now, more or less, which is the one from Settle to Carlisle. The only other way you could do is, if you want to try and find the original product pages, if you use that website Wayback Archive, go back about a year and see if you can find where the web link was there for the original version 1. And because the thing is, I've still got the scenarios on my setup where I can play with the old one, and then I've got the one for the new one as well. I've got both. Because I originally had version 1 installed, because you have to, because with the upgrade version you have to have V1 installed anyway. So I have to have V1 installed before I can install V2, and then I have a set of like scenarios for both. So I have the old and the new. I had to download. No. I do. But what I did was the latest installer should be quite old anyway, because it was basically the time that it came off sale. So the date on the installer, probably the original date, was probably from about 2021, 2022, something like that. Because he hasn't updated it since. The only thing you might have updated is the installer itself, because as in the installer, but none of the actual stuff that goes in the installer has changed. It's still the old stuff from the date when V2, because when V2 came out, he didn't support V1 again. V1 didn't have any more support, so. All the 37s you don't have. What 37 is it looking for? Does it tell you? It might be one thing. I'll check first. I think the installer sort of like tells you if it's V2 or not, because I have both listed. So I think because I've got V2, it tells me which one's V1 and which is V2. Like I think for me it just says like V2 upgrade or something. DRW APWL. Yeah, I don't think that's the the new one. I think that's the one that I've got here. Because this 37 I think is they used it from Settle to Carlisle. So if you don't have the Settle to Carlisle route installed, then it can't get this asset, I think. Because I think this 37's from Settle Carlisle. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Right, we've got a red up here. But, it did say what to do at Rendell Road, didn't it? Was it to tab? Yeah, it did. But I'm driving the 37 from the Steam version of Wherry Lines at the moment. But it's just the same 37. It's just in a different asset folder. Plus, they don't have the logos on it because on the AP version they have the logos. You shouldn't have to install the sound packs, Tepic. The Wherry Lines 37 had its own sound pack with it. I'm trying to think. Was it settled to Carlisle for the 37? I'm trying to think. Actually, I'm trying to think. What other routes was it? It's not Portsmouth Direct Line, is it? That they took the 37 from. I thought it was the settled to Carlisle one though. But yeah, you don't need a separate sound pack for the 37. For the Wherry Lines, it had its own sound pack they put with it. When I bought it, I had every required asset. I'm sure they're all installed. Yeah, it's that word that you've got, sure. I've heard that one quite a lot in the train sim community. When people say, I'm sure I've got everything installed," and then they realise that they don't. I'm not saying that you don't have everything installed. I'm just saying I've heard that one before. Or it's, I have all the requirements. Right, anyway, we're coming into here. Yeah, but you have the AP version, Egbert. What do you mean by when you say you've got something missing? Yeah, because the trouble is, with the Steam version, they took all the assets from all the routes, so you didn't need any of the requirements, because all the requirements were already sort of given to you when you bought the Steam version, as in the bits it needed. Yeah. We're going a bit fast here. Which scenarios are you? Which scenario did you try to play as well, Tepic? Well, I suppose you just tried to play anyone because you don't have the other one installed. Doesn't matter. Forget about what I just said then. But if you've got Settle Carlisle installed, Tepic, go to Assets, RSC, Settle Carlisle, Rail Vehicles, Diesel, Class 37, and then see if it says anything about AP in it. Yeah, not the first version bought through AP only uses the Settle and Carlisle locos. The second version of the Wherry Lines uses the AP Class 37 locos. Apparently. Right, anyway, let's come round to here, and then I'll come out. Oh, this will do. We'll just stop here. Hopefully it'll give me a tick and say, well done, CK, you finished. This is a bit longer. I did say at the beginning of the stream that this scenario said it was going to take an hour, and it would probably take me about 2 hours. Well, I managed to get there in the end somehow. But there we go. Look, I've got a tick. Look at that. See? Thank goodness for that. I'm just going to have a quick look actually while I'm here though, Tepic, because I'm in the Wherry Lines obviously folder. But obviously I have got version 2 installed as well, but bonus for extra stock. Oh. You need the extra stock. Okay. And that's not part of the installer, is it? Or is it? Right, anyway, let's have a quick look at this. So this is my AP folder. So I've got both installed. But then I installed version 2 as well. So, yeah, that'll be why I get to see this. But for mine on V2 now, you see, when it was V1, this would have, this is the AP one, but it says 37 direct rail services, whereas I think I've still got the original ones as well, down here somewhere. Well, they might have taken them out now, but, oh, here you go. No, it's not this one. Yeah, but as I said, as soon as I installed version 2, it overwrit. So it's a bit pointless. Oh, bonus for extra stock. Yeah, that's a workshop scenario. When you get the Steam, version of Wherry Lines, you get a 170, which they plonk in a lot of scenarios as well. But the one that's with the Steam version is also called this one, the APWL. But this is for the Steam one. I'm trying to think actually. Did you get this on Steam as well? You've installed something that might be corrupted. Ah, right, okay. Right, anyway, I'm going to go on to what I was doing originally, which is the buffer puffer, which is the next thing. So buffer puffer. Buffer puffer. As you can see, there's a lot of scenarios here though, but as I said, they have and I've got lots of scenarios for other things as well. Right. No, and didn't fix it. Did you do the cache, Tepic? Before when you load up, because it has to redo all the blueprints. So you need to go here, do tools, clear cache, and then you have to restart the sim because otherwise it will still be reading old blueprint files. Did you do that? Just in case. Right. Anyway. Let's go to where I was going. South London lines. I'm getting a little bit off track here at the minute. Right, okay. Yeah, you have to sort of do that sometimes when you install new stuff, because the blueprints is not going to read it otherwise. Because it needs to update itself. Right. We're on part 5. Wasn't it part 6 we're on now? We went to East Croydon, didn't we? Yeah. And then we were starting from... Here we go. So this afternoon you're in charge of another leg. Right, so this is part 6 now, so we're almost at the end. You'll drive the section from East Croydon to Stewart's Lane via Clapham Junction, then onto the circular route via Brixton, Herne Hill and Streatham Hill before arriving back at Clapham Junction. Right. The scenario you're playing as well, that came up with that error, was it one that comes with the route, or was it a workshop scenario? Because if it's a workshop scenario, it probably needs the 37 from the Steam version of Wherry Lines, because it's in a different folder. Right. I know that just probably confuses you even more. Right, anyway. Let's change this a minute. Wow, the glow on here is pretty bad. Right. You don't have... Okay, I'm only asking because that's another thing that can happen if you're trying to play a workshop scenario for Wherry Lines. It's probably not looking for the right train. It was only just... It's just to basically like help you then, that was all. That's one reason why I bought the Steam version of Wherry Lines when it was cheap in a sale, because then there was a lot of scenarios people had for workshop where it was looking for different stock, and I just thought, save me a load of hassle. Right. Oh yeah, of course, I forget it doesn't work with the HUD, does it? Right, let's get going. We've got Concrete Bob to drive again today. Oh, and I think I should be... I'm going to go up to this... There we go. It's just turned to a yellow. That's good. Right, we're off again. See what we got in here. We got 442s, we got 377s. See you, Phil. Thanks for popping in. Right, we're heading off now towards Battersea, I think. See what way we go. Maybe we'll see the Eiffel Tower today again, everybody. Could see the Eiffel Tower. That'd be exciting. Might have a red up here, so I better slow down. Oh no, it's alright, we've got a green. Right, slow down to 60. Break time. Right, this is Streatham Common. So on the Buffer Puffer tour again, those of you that have just popped back in again, managed to finish the other scenario off, managed to couple up to a 170, which helped me with my issues. I will retry that one again in the future though, but I might do it off stream. I might do it as a separate YouTube video or something. I don't know. Right, Just coming up to Balham now. And then from Balham we'll probably come off just after Clapham onto another line, and then that'll take us through, and then join back on with the line that heads towards Brixton, I'm guessing. Right, it's Wandsworth. Is this Wandsworth Common? Right, Clapham Junction will be the next station we go through. Double yellow. Egbert, can you remember what that Class 150 scenario was that you played the other day? I mean, I can see one, but it said it was like 20 minutes. That's about how long it was, the one you played, wasn't it? There's a Southwest Trains service beside us, 455. Coming through Clapham now. It's what we're missing in Trainsim Weld, isn't it, really, at the moment? Some Southwestern Railways or Southwest Trains stuff. Especially for layers for London commuter, when you go through Clapham. Yeah, I knew it was a career one for the 150, but there's probably like 3 or 4 of them. But there was only one that was like 20 minutes, and I thought, well, the one you played wasn't very long, was it? And I think you started just outside Bristol Temple Meads, and then you had to... Did you have to go to Parkway or something with it? I know you did with the freight train as well, but I can't remember. But I'll remember to do a stop up here as well. Plenty of Gatwick Expresses in here today, so that's another thing ticked off. Gatwick Express. One, okay, thank you. That's the one I'm gonna do after this. Can I beat an egg? I like that. That's a very big moon, isn't it? That's no moon, it's a space station. Looks like we're going in towards Stewart's Lane Depot again. Oh, we got a stop on the. This is not going up this buffer again, isn't it? Like last time. Do you remember when I reversed and it said I failed? I feel very much like this is going to be like this again. Here we go again, up the buffers. I'm not going to try and crash into them this time though. I'll try and play this properly for a change. Good work, driver. Now change ends and depart immediately. Let's come off the brakes. Oh gosh. Oh no, it's alright. Thank goodness for that. I thought for a minute I was going the other way. Anyway, I thought, how's that possible? Right, now we're going to head to Clapham Junction, platform 16. Okay, this is it's all over the place. Oh, that's where we end up. Okay, we're going around all the houses again, it seems. We might see the Eiffel Tower then. For a bit of excitement for you, as if you didn't have enough of the Eiffel Tower yesterday, you can have some more today. Possibly. Stay tuned. 155 in the depot there. I don't think it'll be in there though, but I don't know, maybe. Waking up the neighbours. Yeah. It's getting darker now. It's been a long day, you see, backwards and forwards. I don't know if I'll play part 8 of this because it's going to be set in the dark. And we'd already played part 8 is literally doing what we did in part 1 more or less, except it's just the opposite direction. Going from Rugby to Stafford. But it'll be dark, so I don't know if I'll play it. Well, not on a stream anyway. Keep the brightness up. Trouble is, the encoder struggles when it's dark anyway, because it's trying to work out changes and stuff, so I don't know. Probably won't be the best scenario to play. So I reckon all you should do is just watch part 1, but just play it backwards. and then you'll get the effect, kinda. It'll just be like, just pretend that I'm filming from the rear cab. And then just play it backwards, and then yeah, and then you can get the almost. It'll just be. I'll just be driving on the wrong track, but don't be alarmed. That's normally what I can do anyway. So. You went through here yesterday off stream. How did you? What route were you playing? Oh, looks like there's been a bit of a landslide. That sometimes happens. Just pretend it wasn't there. I think it's because the route's been updated since this scenario got made, and then sometimes you get really old scenarios and they have like really weird things. Oh yeah, it'd be the Chatham main line then. Yeah, because that route also covers this as well. But it might be in a slightly different time period. I can't remember. Yeah. Right, anyway, just got to sit here and wait for a bit. Yeah, I think there's I think all the Train Sim DLC are on sale again from today, so it's probably related to that as well, Katie. 10% off. That's not bad, I suppose. I mean, it won't be a big discount because it was only released in December, so I think it was December, wasn't it? Something like that. It might have been November. Can't remember now. So you're saving about what, £3 maybe? £3 something. I mean, I saved a bit anyway because I had my Just Trains points, so I think I got a bit of a discount off it. I had an email yesterday from Orbex going on about that all my Orbex Orb points are going to be removed from the end of February. Well, most of them were. And so, basically I had to go and spend 300 Orb points today in the Orbex shop. Did you? You got that too? What about Orb points? Yeah. But anyway, I got an airport scenery with my orb points. Not all of them were going to be removed. It was only some. I think they last a certain amount of time. So, you know, it's a bit like loyalty points of airlines, isn't it? You know, it'll be like, oh, if you don't use these points up by this date, then they're gonna get removed. 145. That's cool. You have to have a look to see if there's anything you can spend with 145 points. I managed to get I got Gothenburg from Morbex with some of the points, but I think the ones I still had some points left. But the trouble is, a lot of the things are all for P3D and FSX, and I don't want them. The trouble is with 145k, I don't know if you'll be able to get anything for Flight Sim with them, because most of them are like 2 to 300 points or more. And I know that sounds like I'm being a wet blanket, but it's annoying, isn't it? I don't know why they have to do these sort of things anyway. You know, like where things run out or expire. I don't know why they have to make them expire. I mean, it's like Just Train saying, oh, well, your points that you've had for 3 years we're going to remove because you're going to just take them away. I don't know why they have to remove them. But I got a lot of my points because of Volanta, because for a while I was on Volanta Premium, and every month on Volanta Premium you got some points, so... And they built up over time. Right, I'm just about to go through Brixton. But yeah, anyway, I managed to get Gothenburg. I think I've got about 70 points left now, I think. But you couldn't... But there's nothing I can get for 70 points apart from some P3D sceneries, which I don't really want, so... I'm hoping them 78 points won't expire for a while, because they weren't as part of the ones that were going to expire. Alright, Clapham Junction we're just making our way around to, but obviously we're going around the houses to get there. Yeah, even the next scenario after this is going to be quite dark, isn't it? Yeah, because I had a certain amount, and then it said that obviously I wasn't going to lose all of them. It was just a certain amount that was going to expire. So I had a look through this morning, and I thought, well, I'll see what I can get. So there was like Gothenburg and Malmo I could get, and there was another scenery, and I was just thinking, well, I'll probably get Gothenburg just because I can then do sort of like Gothenburg to Stockholm's flight civil or something. I don't know. And I'm hoping that obviously it will get 2024 compatibility thing soon anyway, so I can always run it in there, so I don't know. They did their developer stream yesterday, Microsoft. They're saying that there's going to be a lot of fixes for VR in Sim Update 2. Because they all take time to do, so a lot of people were complaining why they weren't doing them in Sim Update 1, and they just said it's because they have to test them a lot more. So they said that it'll probably be Sim Update 2 when the VR fixes mostly come out. And they said that, and then someone in chat then said, oh, I don't know why you do things for VR. I mean, hardly anyone plays Flight Sim in VR. So then York got a bit annoyed and kind of wanted to say that, well, actually, he said, we can see from data that 10% of the player base for Flight Simulator is VR. So that's quite a lot of people, 10%. Yeah, so 10% people are playing on VR, so yeah, York was just reading chat, so some people were complaining about stuff, so he was just sort of like going on about, well, you know, we'll do stuff when we do stuff. So yeah, anyway, he said that it was taking a little while and they were going to go through it. There was some fixes to VR, but obviously they weren't all the ones that some people in the community wanted just yet, so he was just explaining they'll be for Sim Update 2, which comes out, I think, about March, something like that. But yeah, there was a lot of fixes in the beta. They said they're going to try and release it around the 18th of February, but I don't know. That's a preliminary date. MBCO GEVC train spot in Denmark. Hello, how are you? That's a very long username there. I'm guessing the DK means Denmark. I'm hoping it does anyway. Just playing a scenario. Yep, Denmark. Hello, welcome. One of my Danish viewers. Got a few of you kicking about. Also got a Danish stream. I don't know if you know of him, Train Repairman. He's Danish. He does train sim streams. He does a lot of American stuff mainly. So if you haven't followed him, go and give him a follow. Being a fella Dane. Oh, you do. Okay, cool. That's all right then. I was just putting it outside because I don't know how long you've been on Twitch. I don't know if you're new to Twitch, so I just wanted to do it. I don't know if you're one of my viewers with a different screen name, because it was another Danish person that used to pop in a lot. Railway route in Train Simulator Classic. Oh, okay. I haven't got any of the... I know of, like, there is some Scandinavian routes about that use a lot of assets from other routes, but I've not actually played it. There was a route that I played years ago that was kind of Scandinavian based, but I can't remember the name of it now. When I used to live in Sweden, I used to get trains to Denmark come past the house where I lived a few times a day, not often. It used to be the Stockholm to Copenhagen trains that used to go past. And they used to, I think they used to split up at Malmö, I think. Like, it used to be like two trains joined together, and then when it got to Malmö, like, part of it would split up, and then the rest, one part would go to Copenhagen as well. Used to be two X2000s linked together. Or S2, oh, is it X2000 in it? Yeah. But I've only been to Copenhagen, but just the airport, just to change flights. So I've been to your country, but then literally just at the airport. It's the same with Norway. I've only been to Norway just to be in the airport. So I'm just playing a set of scenarios called the Buffer Puffer Tour. These are tours that went around London and basically went to sort of like tracks and things that normal passenger trains didn't go to. So it was kind of like a way for people to go and travel on a train and see bits of the railway network that normally you wouldn't see. So there's like a whole load of scenarios where they're going along different parts of a route just to sort of explore areas that you wouldn't normally explore. Unfortunately, it's getting quite dark now in the game, so hence why it's quite dark in here. Probably because I've been driving all these scenarios, I think it still would have been daylight, but it's just because I'm taking so long to drive them all. It's very dark now. I think everyone was supposed to be back at Stafford, but at 7 o'clock. But I've made everybody late. No, really. It'd be funny though if it was like that, but it's not. I'm gonna see if I can just change the lighting a little bit. I've got some light density, and yeah, that's about as. There we go. I can maybe rise the contrast. That might help a bit. Might make it a bit more visible. That might have helped a bit. Let me know if it has. Let me know if you can see it a little bit better now. Right, I don't think we saw the Eiffel Tower in the end, because I think we just didn't route exactly round that way, so... yeah, never mind. Anyway. So yeah, I am obviously false advertising again, trying to tell you something that you might see in here that you don't actually see, but there we are. I feel like we've been here before. I feel like we've just gone round in a circle. This is the circle line. I mean, at the beginning we were literally just coming down this same bit of track, except we were just on this side over here. I'd like you to be late, CK. Yeah, well. No, I'm just saying, if they had it so all the parts were just like one long scenario, can you imagine how late I'd be now? You're all supposed to be at rugby at, you know, 6 o'clock in the, and it was still 6 o'clock and I'm driving around London. Alright, better start slowing down. Oh, now I know why this scenario is using the... Okay, yeah. Because the next part of the scenario, you have to end up going onto the West Coast main line, so... that'll be why. The thing is, I don't know if the... I need to check the last part, well, the second to last part, because I don't know if I've got all the bits straight. Otherwise, I would probably play it after this one. But I'll have to play it another day when I know it's actually working properly, as in all the assets are showing up, because it's using a merge route and I want to make sure it's all working before I play it. But it's not a very long scenario. You're literally going from Clapham Junction to Willesden Junction, I think. Oh, I've got a red coming up, better stop here. Very important that I stop. I'm probably going to go in a sec. I think we're just waiting for this train, I think, maybe. At least you said you didn't have all the requirements. Yeah, it's a merge route, but I don't know if I've actually got it installed or not, because I'd hate to load it all up and then there's just loads of milk bottles everywhere because I haven't got all the bits installed or something. That was all. Probably be alright, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Because what it was Danny. There's the Goblin line and there's North London lines and this line, and then Danny did a route merge where he merged them all together, so you can literally go from say Clapham Junction to somewhere else. But unfortunately, when the scenario creator made these scenarios, the West Coast main line south from London Euston to Milton Keynes to Birmingham didn't exist. Otherwise, there would have been an extra scenarios for basically to cover that area as well, I think. But although again, it would have been pitch black. So there's the Gatwick Express there. So we'll just stop here. And then it'll say next part. So yeah, we got you see on here this route, and it goes to here, but on the other route you get all the line that goes all the way to the other place. So that is why. Well done, you've successfully managed to complete all of the tasks required of you this evening. That's another tick then. Right, now the last scenario is going to be with a career scenario of a class 150. I think it's a 150/1. And it's called South Wales Coastal Bristol to Swansea 152 Uniform 06. So we'll go into career scenarios. Hopefully the game's not going to think. That's a first. Thanks, Jellybean. Where's that timeout button? Can't seem to find it anywhere. Normally I'm used to everyone timing themselves out. Right. Class 150. Which one was it? Bristol? Bristol to Swansea. Bristol to Swansea. Okay. I don't have Bristol to Swansea. I must have Bristol to Swansea. Maybe it's called something else. South Wales Main Line. There we go. South Wales Coastal. That was it. Class 150. Here we go. No, I haven't played this one. Severn Tunnel is currently closed for several weeks due to the electrification upgrade, and you are driving one of the many services that are terminating at Bristol Parkway. Right. Yeah, I forgot it was called South Wales Coastal. I've got 3 versions of it. I've got the original, which was just Bristol to Cardiff, and then they brought out like another version that was Bristol to Swansea, and then when all the rebranding happened and they took the licensing away, then they had to bring out a version of it without branding and called it South Wales Main Line. Pretty simple. Wow. Oh yeah, it's definitely the buggy one, because you only got one horn. I mean, even in the patch they still only had one horn. That's what I mean. Right. Oh, I better open some doors. See, I'm already messing up. We haven't even started yet, Egbert. Bedminster. Right. Let me just change the colours now, because now everything's all quite... there we go. I'm just going to mess about with that. There we go. That's a little bit better. Can I change that as well? Does that would do anything? Oh, there we go. Got the marker lights now. Did you do that in yours? I'll get extra points for that, you know. I get 1,000 points just to doing that. Right. Here we go. Only from Whitemead. Yeah, exactly, Jelly. Yeah. Because otherwise Whitemead would come and have a moan at me and say, you haven't got all your lights set up, CK. Oh, he was in here a few weeks back. Well, before Christmas anyway, but... Like I said, when this originally came out, this was mad, this train. I did a video on YouTube where I used to do, like, speed tests from Havant Station. And then I'd do a test to see how quickly the train got to 60, and then how quickly you could brake from 60 to 0 again. And I think originally when this train came out, this was the only train that I ever had that could basically accelerate to 60 and stop before we got to Bedhampton, which was like the next station down the line, which was only like about a mile away, if that. And of course, those of you that watched me do the 0 to 60 test in the Thumper obviously know that I actually went off the into the water at Portsmouth Harbour, because we never actually got up to 60 to actually brake. You remember all those pacer tests? Yeah, I did the test with the 158s as well, because all the 158s that came out were all slightly different from one another. You know, you had different versions of the 158 that come along, like from the original DLC, and then you had like the one that came with Settle to Carlisle, and then you had the 158 that come with Liverpool Manchester. So there was all these different 158s out there. Then the Arriva pack had a 158. Right, Bristol Temple Meads. But yeah, I think they're all on my YouTube, so if you go look on my YouTube, which is also called CK Sim Gaming, you should probably have to go back a little bit to find them. And there's one for the 150 anyway, this, when it came out, when it was like, the acceleration on it was just mad. Too long ago. Yeah, I think I did do the paces as well, though. I think I might have done them, Jelly. Do you know what? I can't really remember either. Let's do this. It was also because one of the 158s had a bug with it. I can't remember if it was the Settle to Carlisle one, but the headlight didn't work properly. But funny enough, if you installed the AP158 sound pack, it fixed it, so then the headlight did work properly again if you had the AP sound pack. I don't know if you ever come across that, Egbert, the 158 having a headlight bug. But the thing was, it wasn't bugged when it first came out, but I think it was just a Dovetail game update over time bugged it. Right, anyway, we are at Bristol Temple Meads. This is nice. I like all the fact that I'm getting... does this work as well, the signal button? There you go. That works too. You should get bonus points for that, really, shouldn't you? I think it should. I think you should anyway. At least it doesn't penalise you. At least it doesn't say, oh, because you didn't buzz, you lose 1,000 points. You've not left yet. Oh dear. That doesn't sound good. Was I supposed to have left then? I feel like I'm cheating. I do actually have the old version of this as well, because I kept the .ap file, you know, like when you installed it from Steam. So I think I've still got the original one before it kind of got they fixed the acceleration, so I think I can go back to that one if I want to. I haven't got that one installed today, by the way, because you'd know. Because when you accelerate, it's like your whole viewpoint sort of like, the camera sort of like goes backwards as if like the mega acceleration. It's quite funny. And then you do like 0 to 60 in about, I don't know. It was just stupid. It was almost like the Super 47, but almost. Except the Super 47 would carry on going after whatever, but yeah. It was a bit... I mean, I'm only going by memory as well, so my memory could be making it sound even better than what it was, but I mean, it was pretty crazy acceleration. I think it was a bit like one of those German electric locos on acceleration. There's that German... Is it the Vectron or something like that? But that on its own can accelerate from 0 to 60 really quickly as well. But that does it in reality. It doesn't need DTG to help it. I think it's the Taurus or something like that. It's a very powerful electric loco. And when it starts up, accelerating, it plays like a musical tune. But I've seen a video on YouTube of one of those, just on its own, doing a 0 to 60 stand. And it was pretty crazy. Standing start. I mean, obviously it's not like a sports car, but for a big heavy train that weighs a lot of weight, it was pretty quick. Forget about this hill, don't you, on here? When you're going up here, how steep this hill is. Yeah, it was an interesting train when this came out because it was very well modelled. It was just that it was like the modelling was great, but it was just the actual physics of the train were awful. Filton bank pretty big. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking of some of the scenarios I used to play in the past. I think there was a freight scenario I played and we had to go up here. And that was a bit of a slog. I think it was a container train. And that was on the route that also went along to Birmingham as well. So it had a bit of this as part of the scenario, so you had to drive it towards Birmingham, something like that. I can't remember. It might have actually been going to that place near Cardiff, actually. The scenario. I just remember going up this hill though, and it was just struggling a bit. There's a yeah, that's probably because of me, wasn't it? I bet. Or oh no, I know. Wasn't that because you went outside, didn't you? Didn't you go to outside view and then it kind of went off? I know there was one that did it when you went outside. Oh, you looked at your phone. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that. Looked at chat and then next thing is you look back up and you might be going down a slope. I mean, it's when you play, isn't it? Just wait here a bit. No. Come on, you gotta. It's not often I do well on these. You gotta give me a break here, right? Right, Bristol Parkway is next. So your AP did an EP for this, but it doesn't touch this particular train, just so that you can still play it in a career scenario. But the community also did a patch for this not long after this train come out, which did, I think, affect the career scenario. So if you played it, you'd get like a little an error that comes up. I mean, you can still play the scenario, it doesn't log the points. So, and the community patch was actually quite well done. Actually, it was done by I think Richard Fletcher did it, and he added some liveries as well, because Richard Fletcher used to do reskins as well. So he added some reskins for the train as well, and then AP brought out their like official kind of pack for it. It's still at the station. What time are we due in here? 8:31. Okay. You probably won't know how many points you got, would you, Egbert? Because I think on your stream you can't see because of your webcam view, I think. Yeah, this wasn't too bad though, this one, as scenarios go. But that's one reason why I wanted to do this one, because I knew it wasn't a long one. So I thought, well, if it's only like 20 minutes. The first scenario went on a bit longer than I thought though, but never mind. Okay, there we go. I think they're supposed to have Smith written there, isn't it? W.H. Smith. If anyone gets it, you get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. But there we are. Yeah, I did slow down a little bit at the end for you there. I did purposefully slow down a bit early, just to give you a chance to catch back up. See, I am kind. Sometimes. Cheapest MSFS thing with orbs is 200. Yeah, this is what I mean, Katie. It's mad, isn't it? So, I mean, what can you do? It's just stupid. You can't even, like, give them orbs to somebody else, or at least do something with them. I don't know why with orbs they couldn't just do what Just Flight do, and you can use the orbs as part of a part purchase, so you could basically buy something and use the orbs to get some money off it. You know, like if one orb was worth a penny, then you'd get £1.45 off something, which is better than nothing. Right, excellent work, driver. This scenario will terminate here. Take a well-earned break before your next duty. Right, let's just see who else played this scenario that I know of, and what points they got when it actually gets there. But yeah, Jelly, those videos were probably from about 2016, I think. Oh, looks like we've got quite a lot on here. Still no sign of you though, Egbert. I don't know why you don't show up on here. We've got LNER Fan Man. LNER Fan Man. That's not another name for Steam Fan Man, was it before? I don't know. 934. Then we got Irascible Sap. We got Trarog 976. Red Sly 984. Nell Sam. There you go. There's Jelly 1000. Nutty Lover Sprinter, rest in peace, my friend. SDH and Brum, 57. I guess these are all in alphabetical, aren't they? 873. Yeah, but I think you would have still popped up on here anyway, because I don't think it's a top 10 thing. I think it's just anyone that's a friend. So it's really weird that you're not showing up. Very strange. Even Flying Scotsman hasn't done this one, which I'm surprised about. Must be one that he's missed out of. Merck's 81, short sterling. Oh, that sounds a bit like an aeroplane, doesn't it? A short sterling. Flying got 1,002, I expect. Yeah, you did. You did, Jelly. So that was that one anyway. You had to taxi at short notice. No worries, Tepic. I'm finishing the stream now. I've just finished a career scenario off on the South Wales coastal route. I shall be back in another stream. Probably back in Train Sim World in another stream to carry on doing a free roam with the Pacer, but going from Faversham all the way back to St Pancras in free roam mode. Thanks for the good old trains. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Carter, for sticking around. Katie, Egbert, Jelly, Tepic as well, and MBCOGEVC Train Spot in Denmark. Thanks for popping in. I don't think you gave me a follow though. Maybe you'd already followed before in the past. Phil also was here from Australia. Thanks for watching. Artful Jamie was here for a bit as well. And then we had Dave and Neko right near the start-ish. So yeah, I'll see you all a bit later. Take care of yourselves for now. What's the time anyway? It's 1:37. Yeah, it's a good chance the Train Sim World 5 stream will be a bit later today, I think, probably. So I'll do that. That'll be about probably about 3ish, if all goes good. So in about an hour and a half from now-ish. But anyway, I'll see you all later. And yeah, bye for now.